the way, I've got to tell you about. I can't talk to you about this on the podcast. I can't talk to you about this yet on the podcast.
Okay,
genuinely,
don't do it.
But I do have something very interesting.
Off the record.
All right. So how do we start? We start right now. All right. So
We started already. We're starting with. I can't tell you this. I can't tell you this.
Okay. All right. We'll start. Okay. But I got to go to line it up. There we go.
No, you don't.
All right.
It already filtered it out. I didn't hear shit.
No, I'm talking about you got to link up the audio. Remember?
Yeah.
Do you need to do? Yeah. See, I know what I'm the professional here. I know what I'm doing. Fuck.
You are much more professional than I am. In terms of accolades,
no way.
You do have more.
You know what the funny... No. It's funniest thing, okay? I realized that you... Look, bottom line is, let's just be real, okay? You put in more hours into this than I do. Jayme, like, let's just be fucking straight.
Just a couple.
He puts in a lot more hours than I do, and we talked about this before we started. Before we started, I said, listen... We have to be cool with the fact that I got a wife and kids and there's school pickups. I am dedicated to being a great father and I want to do this. Can we make it work? And he said, yep, let's divvy it up like this. But I remember when I was listening back to our podcast from a couple of weeks ago, because I was just listening to it to see like, okay, what can we improve? What can we do better?
Yeah.
And we didn't mention any of that. Instead, what we mentioned was that I do the uploading and I do this thing. And I talked about what I had to do because we were talking about it. And it made it sound like I do everything, which is totally not fucking true. Totally not true. Right.
So
and
you're
I was
laying
like,
it down now. You want everyone to know the truth.
I am clarifying right now that everyone thinks like, oh, well, Shim's the professional because maybe we've heard his songs before. Bullshit. Look at Deadbeat Studios, the channel. It goes back like 12 years of content. The amount of hours and tireless. And plus, he's the one that's messaging me at 5 p.m. Australia time. It's 11 to 12 midnight in Vegas. And I'm getting the most deep meta stoner texts mixed in with, eventually Dave Chappelle's going to be on the show. And I'm like, where does your mind fucking, like, you can't stop. You can't put it down. I'm there having like dinner with the kids and I'm like, I'm switched off for an hour or two. And he's like, nah, we're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to do this.
Well, here's the thing. I started thinking Chappelle and Kill Tony and all that stuff. Cause it's like, this is a podcast and I don't want to say there's no music podcast, but like this is going to make its way in the podcast community in the way that like, if you know those shows, you know which shows are the top ones. Since we're going to be one of the only that tread in the waters of like, it's entertaining and it's musical. Because you usually don't get both. It's usually musical and beautiful, or musical and introspective, or sad. But it's very rarely
or musical and historical, like what Rick Beato does half the time. He's talking to older people about their career, their legacy, but it's past tense and
what
it's
they've
documentary.
done already. Yeah, and it's not the shit on any of that content. It's great stuff. But it's
it's just
so hard.
He does
to
it
do
at the
music.
highest level.
Yeah, and it's hard to do music in the moment. But comedy you can do in the moment. So like obviously comedians like I don't know. Like when I cast a vision and I close my eyes, I'm like, what does this look like 5 years from now? Like I'm hoping that the rock stars and the musicians are hitting us up to come do episodes, but also like, fuck, dude, I want Theo Von one day. I want Dave Chappelle. I want comedians in here. Like, what kind of music would we make together? I can't wait. You know what I mean? So like, what do I dream? How far do I cast my line? Like, I'm looking at who would I want to have on this show as a featured guest,
Did you do that before or did you just start doing that recently?
No, I always like, I start at the finish line and I work my way backwards. Right. Like that's
I don't
how
think
I do
a lot
everything.
of people do that. I don't think, and I think that is the reason why, but this is the funniest thing. And this is such a great thing to talk about for a second.
Yeah, right.
This is why you're successful in everything that you set out to achieve, but you haven't had success in certain things because when you get there, we've talked about this, you get there and you go like, oh, I forgot to add these pieces and I'm here now and I'm missing chunks because I didn't cast that part.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is why this podcast that we're talking about is like, we were very clear to be like, we don't want to do this and this, and we don't want to go on tour and do this and this. So let's take rid of that. And we want to hang out with people and we want to meet new people, but we also want to have the freedom to invite our friends and you put and you have to be really clear. And I think that it all goes back to that old thing of like, be careful what you wish for because you might get it. You sound like an old man when you hear it and you're 10 and they're like, oh, be careful what you wish for. You shut up, you bitter old man. But what the meaning really is you will get what you work towards.
Yes.
If you work toward, you will get it. If you dreamcast it, vision board it, or just write it down and be like, I want to go there, you'll get there. But if you don't specify all the other stuff, you will lose that along the way. Mm-hmm. And no one really tells you that.
And also you don't realize when you get there either. It's like the same as like they tell you in the beginning, say yes to every gig. They never tell you when to say no. So you're
Yeah,
just at this
you're
point where
right.
like yes, 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 yes. And you're like, fuck, I'm so busy and this and that, and
I
I'm
tell
making
you, I
like
tell
no
you,
money, and you're like, oh,
no,
I gotta say no to things.
I'll tell you exactly
Oh,
when the moment is. Everyone knows exactly when to start saying no.
uh-huh.
When they wind up in the hospital. That's when you burn out
Yeah,
and you're
exactly. Yeah,
like,
it
and you
takes a
wake up in a
burnout. It takes a
hospital.
crash and
Yeah,
burn. Yep.
when you wake up in the hospital and you're like, I think something went wrong.
Yep. Yep. A
Like
panic attack, a
my
something. Yeah.
my yeah, and we both have talked about this. Like we are where we are in our life for better or worse, and there is better and worse because of our work ethic. We both were drawn to each other to the idea of working together like this because we recognized our work ethic. And luckily, we happen to fill gaps. I can do the singing, you can do the producing, all the bits and pieces. And we're
It's a
like,
good
yeah, cool. This
Lennon McCartney-esque relationship. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
but without the work ethic, it doesn't matter.
No.
Without if you're like, well, we talk a big game and he can sing a good song, but he never shows up. Like it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
And so that work ethic, I remember it was explained to me, and I wish this is the thing, you got to be careful when you with that thing where they say be careful whose advice you take, but be patient with those who provide it. What that means is
Hmm.
choose your mentors wisely, and when they give you advice, listen, be patient, ask questions, get them to elaborate, get the full picture. Because one of the pieces of advice that I got from someone who was doing okay was, man, the way that I got to where I am is you bite off more than you can chew and you chew like crazy. And that's how you get in the fucking hospital.
Yeah.
That's how,
Well,
yeah, that's like
it
you
might
just
work
keep
in the
going.
beginning when you've got nothing, but like
Yeah.
that's not a long-term plan. That's a 1
No.
week, 2 week, 1 month at the
Yeah.
most. But
That's
like
what
you
that
find yourself years in grinding, you're like, gosh, I'm dying. Like
yeah.
you are actually dying. That's what you're doing to
Yes.
yourself.
You're yeah, on a biochemical level. And that's what entrepreneurs call a sprint.
Yeah.
They say like there's times when you sprint, there's sprints, and that's why there's marathons and sprints and cool down periods. And it's like when it's time to sprint, yeah, chew like crazy. But the sprint always has an end date. We're sprinting till the end of the month, deadline.
Yeah.
Then you
Yeah.
stop. But musicians, fucking artists are the problem, right? Because they think, and this is why I love talking to and working with artists, because there's no end to the vacuum labyrinth black hole of ego that consumes them,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And they think that as they work harder and get more things, that they as a person will become complete. And that's why they continue to go. They're like, well, I'm not complete yet. I got something, but I'm not finished. So, because I don't feel happy, I don't feel at peace. I still need more.
Uh-huh.
And then you keep going. And at no point do they say like, you'll never get it, dude. You'll never have enough. You have to make a choice on when is enough, and then you enjoy what you got and stay there. And I didn't do that.
Yeah.
When I was at the peak of the bands thing,
Nobody does.
we've talked about it endless times. You don't know until you lose it, until you crash and burn a couple times and you go, oh, this is never going to be sustainable. This is I'm never going to get there. So that's why one of my favorite things about working with you, I identified it actually a couple of days ago. You messaged me yesterday. I uploaded an Instagram post wrong. We're doing another thing. Jayme, for everyone that doesn't know, anything you see online, it's Jayme. Jayme's 100% the reason why you see anything of us online. I film a video, I follow his instructions. He says, do it like this, and this. I'll give him ideas, but then he's like, cool, now we're executing it in this way on Instagram and Facebook and everything.
Because that's what I bring to the table. Yeah.
And that's what he spent a year learning and building a consulting, like he knows how to do it, right?
We do have a consulting business now, yes.
Yeah, now you have a consulting business to teach other people how to do it, because why not? You spent a year and a half learning how to do it, fucking pass it on, right?
Yeah.
And so, point is, I did something wrong. I uploaded it in the wrong format. In my past, when I'd gotten messages from people when I make a mistake, they're like, hey, you made a mistake. We need to get better at this. I thought I explained this, and there's a bitch slap that comes with it. There's a put down. And there was just a vibe when you wrote the text. It was, I don't know what it was, man. Maybe it's just because we've got a history now. But you just said, the last post was uploaded incorrectly. It needs to be vertical instead of this and that. You'll see the option when you get to this part of the process. And I was like, oh, that's great. Like, that's like, I didn't feel like I made a mistake. I felt like Jayme called me and said, hey, I found a place where we have room to improve. It's a totally different fucking way to work with someone. It's a massive deal. Because when you're both working towards that's why we're going back to the idea of like having a vision and dream casting and saying we both want to go here. We both want to make something the best it can possibly be, which is why, for example, I've spent a month on the mix for the next song, on and off. I keep coming back to it on and off,
It's
and I'm like,
sounding
I could.
good. I like
It's
it.
starting to
Yeah.
sound. I'm really happy with
It's
the
really
last
getting
one,
there.
right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I really want this to be great. Like for example, I don't want to spend time. I don't want to spend my hours editing socials and posting things. It genuinely fucks with my mental health after a while. But mixing, I'm like, yeah, I want to spend more time doing that. So that's why we chopped it up. And it's like, Jayme's good at this. I'm good at that. Cool. Those are our jobs. And when I get a piece of feedback from you, I never feel judged, which is a massive deal, especially to an artist. I never feel criticized. I always feel like my friend hit me up and said, hey, man, I think we could make it better.
Mm.
And that's the way that you make progress. That's how you build
Well,
relationships and art and
yeah.
everything.
From being a teacher for so long, you're used to that dynamic of when I talk, you feel like, well, you're the lesser. I'm the teacher, you're the student, so you need to be the one that's listening. And I'm kind of nervous to play for you because you're my teacher. You know what I mean? Like I've had that relationship with
Let me
tens of
let me let
thousands of
me
people. But
let me interrupt. Does everyone here know that you used to teach for that long and that you
oh
own your
yeah,
own school? Have
yeah,
we
yeah.
said that
Well, I
in the
mean, yeah. If you're
podcast?
following the YouTube channel or anything for any length
Yeah,
of time,
but
yes, I've
okay.
been
So for my fans who are following and finding Jayme through me, Jayme's been teaching for 20 years. His
just about,
family
yeah.
owns the Lewis School of Music, which is an online and brick and mortar school. If you want to learn, you don't have to just learn bass. You can learn guitar,
Yep,
music
piano,
theory,
voice,
everything.
yep, everything, yeah.
It's
Lewis Music
fully
Academy.
comprehensive. And he's got 20 years of teaching and imparting advice and wisdom and being a mentor to that degree. So just so that people know where you're coming from.
Not just there, I was also a music teacher at like 9 different schools from 1997 to 2017. So I've taught like K5, K8 for
Yeah.
19 years.
And in a separate episode, we have to talk about how your parents raised you and taught
Yeah.
you music.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
that's a
We'll
whole
bring
rabbit.
him
That's
in
a
here.
whole rabbit hole.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
get
that'll
him
be
in here.
great.
Yeah.
That'll be good. That'll be a whole episode. But anyway, going back to what you were saying about how you communicate to people.
Well, yeah. So like I'm used to your being not you, but like whoever I'm talking to, I'm used to the dynamic of like this person feels intimidated by me. Not because I'm so much better, but like I'm literally their teacher or 15 years
Yeah,
older, right?
yeah.
So like yeah, I know how to come down to the level of like you're not gonna get this if I'm up here and you're down here. So the goal is to get you up, right? Like, and so
Right.
that's always like it's always bring the student up to the level of the teacher, not come down to your level. Nah, like it's always bring people up.
Mm,
That's what we're in the business of. Always bringing people to where you are. That's the better place to be if you're at a good
mm,
spot. So
mm.
as a teacher, that's my goal. If I'm on
You mean
stage,
you don't recommend that for heroin addicts?
nah, not so much. If I'm on stage, that's my goal because I'm part of it now. If you sound bad, I sound bad too. Shit, right?
That's
So like
true.
I'm pot
Yeah.
committed. You're posting about our podcast, like it involves me. If it makes you
Oh
good, it
yeah.
makes me good.
Yeah.
So
No,
like
it makes and that's and the best thing about it is working with us working on the same level, it makes me want to be better. Like it makes me want to be better at all the things that I do. I'm constantly looking at it like for example, I posted the videos that I made yesterday. I had a growth. I had stubble, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that on purpose because I want these to look I want it to
yeah,
look like I'm just getting out of the car and it's not overproduced. And I'm like, why? Oh, because a couple of posts ago, Jayme had stubble, and it looked like he was really relaxed. I'm like, I'm gonna do that. Normally, I would have been like, I have to go and get my hair done and do the whole thing. I got to get the light right. It's like, nah,
yeah. No,
fucking
we're not
Jayme
doing
does
any
it
of
this
that
way.
stuff anymore. We're doing
No,
it
and
as it is, straight up,
yeah,
the honest truth. And to be
yeah.
honest, like that's what like when you talk about success, for me, that's the vision casting of like I know where I don't want to be. And that's equally as important as knowing where you want to go. So like throwing the line all the way down to one day Dave Chappelle is going to call my phone, like, well, the opposite of that is he never calls, right?
Well, no, no,
So
no, no, no. The opposite of that is you get kicked in the balls for a living.
sure. There's a lot. Well, and that's what I mean. Like I've brought this up before. Like when I was in high school, we played at the Whiskey a Go Go, and it was when Jackass was just hitting. So Johnny Knoxville walks down the street, and like everyone started chasing him, not to get pictures because we didn't have cell phones yet. This is in 2002, right? Down, 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 down. This is like Jackass days, and
Oh man,
everybody follows him. Not to get a picture, not to get his autograph, but to be like, "Hey, can I kick you in the balls?" And then they chased him. So like 50 people were standing in line at the Whiskey. They all ran down Sunset Boulevard chasing. Johnny Knoxville is a book in it, right? Bam's
yeah,
right behind him, and they're filming. Is like, dude, yeah, like he can't go buy a pack of smokes without 50 dudes trying to hit him in the
kick him
dick.
in the balls.
And I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
note to self, like be
yeah.
be careful. Be careful what you wish for. Like, oh yeah, it'd be great to be famous. Not for anything though. Not for just anything. It's very, very important that you know when you get what you want, it actually is what you want, and it serves you, and it doesn't hurt you.
Yeah,
So like
and
I'm
that
always careful, very careful.
and the word that always comes back to me is calculated.
Yeah,
You have
yeah,
to
yeah.
calculate. You have to
Hmm.
calculate it and say, you like what you like everything. What you did with the post. You look at it. You go, this could be better here. Calculation, communicate it. Great, and all the way to Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Like in 5 years, we're calculating our way to. We want to be able to have and it's not because like we're like, we're so big we have Dave Chappelle. It's like we love Dave Chappelle. We'd love to meet him, and it would be a huge feather in our cap to be like, wow. Like when I was on Oprah, that was a huge. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, I bet.
I was on Oprah. Like that. It wasn't because I didn't sit around for 20 years going, I would love to be friends with Oprah. It's like, well, it's just like when it happens, you go, wow, I must have done something really cool. This is a great day. Like, and she smelled like the most expensive garden in the world. I
bet.
remember this. Oprah smelled like what the royal garden must smell like in England. It just smelled like perfect blend of flowers and bees and joy and peace.
You know what we should do? We should put that into a scent. Much like, here's what I think we're gonna do. I think like the more I vision cast this, the more excited I get about this being a live show. And then I started thinking like, okay, yeah, and it needs to turn into some merchandise too. But for sure, we were talking the other day about doing a show here from the studio in a couple of weeks, or I guess a month from now. I don't
About
know.
3 weeks.
Yeah, about 3 weeks from now. But doing this in theaters in front of an audience gets like that's my next thing of just like, ooh, I don't know what that looks like, but when we get there, that's going to be the coolest thing. The next coolest thing is going to be the live version that we do here from the studio. So what does that look
Yeah.
like? How are we going to do it? Is it just going to be me and you? Do you want to try to get a drummer?
Oh, look, if there's a drummer who can hang and what, yeah,
So
sure.
Chris Reeve is
look,
Avril Lavigne's drummer, and he lives about a mile away, so I could get him. Or Keenan should be here the weekend before or the weekend after you get in. So he might not be here the weekend that we were talking about doing the VIP show, unless you want to
Okay.
maybe move it around to get him in there. But so it could be like a
Well-
full-on three-piece, you, me,
Well,
and
it
a
could
drummer.
be. It could be, yeah. I mean, look, all that I thought about was if I'm there, we need to maximize what we're doing together. And fans of mine love to do the VIP things on Zoom. They usually request some Sick Puppy songs, and then they'll request like some original or unreleased songs. So worst case scenario is you and me acoustic and just hanging out, playing songs, and then also
let's book the date right now. Let's do it right here on the show.
Importantly,
what's the date? Let's put it in stone. When is it?
Let me see. I remember on my phone, I had it actually.
For anyone who doesn't know, anyone who's watching this or listening to this,
Saturday.
Shim is in Sydney, Australia, and I'm in Las Vegas, Nevada. Yeah. And most of the content that you see that's not these intros are filmed, a couple years ago or a couple months ago, whenever the last time he was here. So you're going to be here in November, and we're going to book
November 8th.
a VIP for November 8th. That's a
November
Saturday.
8th. Yeah, Saturday evening.
Saturday evening, 5 p.m. Pacific. That'd be 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yep, that sounds like a plan.
So our first live show.
And if for any reason it changes, we'll be announcing the change on the socials. So you got to follow the socials. You got to be on the Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and we'll post it there. But that's the plan.
By the time this episode goes live, there are tickets in the description, and there's a t-shirt bundle. There's a buy and there's a 2 t-shirt bundle. So there's a ticket, there's a 1 t-shirt and a 2 t-shirt. Because here's the thing, we know that you and your wife or you and your husband, you guys are going to buy 1 ticket. It's fine. Buy 1 ticket, get 2 t-shirts though. Okay, so there's bundles down below, and it's November 8th, 5 p.m. Pacific. It's going to be wild. I don't even know what we're going to do yet.
We don't know. What we know is that it's going to be awesome, and it's definitely going to be longer than an hour and a half. Definitely. We're going to go way over. Normally, it's
mostly
an hour and a half.
Requests. Can we do mostly requests?
Yeah. But the other thing that I thought of is we'll probably do a short collaborative songwriting session where people will just throw us ideas, and they'll go like, "Can you make something that sounds like a reggae ska thing about burying a dead body?"
That's a good idea.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll be a jukebox for a second.
Yeah, we'll do jukebox. Yes, we'll do some puppies requests if they come in, but we'll also do our stuff. And the most important thing, we will be showing content and clips from stuff that we're going to be releasing over the next few months that no one else is going to see yet. That's going to be something very important that we'll be showing you guys. And that'll be on the Patreon, which is going to be launching very soon as well. But
that's
the first sneak peek. The first sneak peek to that content will be at the VIP.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right, dude, we just did it. It's set in stone. November 8th. There's a link in the description, which means now we've got a couple of days to put all this, put all that stuff online.
Plenty of time.
You know what I want to do?
You and me.
I showed it to you, but I want a red T-shirt with the Stowaway logo on it, but pretty much the eyes and the underneath the sewer or whatever.
Yeah.
I think that'll
And
be
then
a
we
sweet
also need to
shirt.
make one that says, we need a t-shirt that says, this should be working. And
Mm.
be careful what you work for. That'll be one.
I do have my own line
that's
of
it's a bit more
creatine. This is it.
Oh yeah, we got to do creatine, and eventually we'll have a weed strand.
One thing at a time.
What?
One thing at a time. We'll start with
And
shows.
we'll start with a couple of t-shirts. We'll have them, guys and the girls, just because everyone's asking for them. By the way, I want to send a massive shout out, genuine, huge shout out. We crossed over, and I want to be clear about this. I'm going to make a post about it later today. We crossed over 2,000 monthly listeners. For a lot of people, that might not sound like a huge thing, but considering that this entire podcast and the music was made for no cost on the making of the music, the mixing, the mastering, the releasing, the video clips, the content, the scheduling.
We didn't
We
take
did
out
all of it.
ads. Yeah.
We didn't take out ads. All we did, we didn't even do a massive email. Wait, I let my fans know, Jayme let his fans know. And then we just ran the socials the way that Jayme has learned how to do them. And the music is great and the content is great, in our humble opinion.
Oh,
so
sweetie.
we were like, getting to over 2,000 monthly listeners in 2 weeks on your own Steam is a really big deal, just on Spotify.
Yeah.
So we just wanted to say thank you to everyone who has clicked the link, everyone who's watching. You're working with us. This is not like, Capitol Records told you to buy this, or, someone paid $100,000 on an ad campaign to shove it down your throat. This is all organic because we love what we're doing and we appreciate that you are liking what we do too.
Yeah.
Genuinely thank you very, very much.
Yeah, absolutely. And I thought was cool too was like, if you look at the number of streams to followers, it's like, yeah, most of the people that hear the song are hitting the follow button too. And we're just going to keep doing that month after month. I don't know when the next song is going to be. We probably got a couple more weeks before we're going to release the next song. But like, yeah, at least, I don't know. I'm hoping we could do like 10 a year. I feel like that would be a very safe bet. But 8 or 9 would make me happy.
If we keep the pace we're doing now, it'll be 8 or 9. By the time we got it locked in, it could be 12.
Yeah, for sure.
So we'll be good.
Well, what we're gonna watch now is another vocal recording session, right? Is this the? We already did the verses, so this must be the chorus.
Yeah, this is the one where I sound like a cat being strangled.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
This one, yeah, I didn't realize I was pushing you that hard, but yeah, this was a
You weren't pushing me that hard. It's just I was pushing myself as well. It's just look, if you want to be a singer, this is what it is. And plus, I hadn't warmed up. Like, I'd warmed up while we were singing. Well, if I'd known it was going to be a full podcast, I would have warmed up beforehand so I looked cooler.
It's very important for everyone to know that, like, the reason we filmed all these, I was thinking about it this morning, dude. Like, we've been filming these for a couple years because it was like, I don't know, we just need to do something with it. And in my head, it was like, the Foo Fighters Sonic Highway docu-series or whatever. I was like, oh, yes, we'll do 6 songs. 6 1-hour movies of us putting it together. We'll sell it as like a DVD bundle package. And then immediately it's like, what the fuck did I just say?
Yeah.
We'll sell.
Yeah.
Who is going to buy this?
No one's going to buy it.
So we didn't do it. Just sat in hard drives, like just like, oh, what are we going to do with this? And then the idea came like, oh, podcast. Yeah. Content, reels, shorts. Like, now there's a vehicle. Now there's a mechanism to get it out. And it makes sense. So like, yeah, we're, this wasn't necessarily filmed to be a podcast as much as it was like, let's just film it and see what we can do with it, So that was the other thing too, of just like, when I show this to people, I'm like, hey, you want to come do this at my studio? The artists, what they always say is like, dude, you guys are fucking brave. Like, I wouldn't know. I don't want to show everyone all my mistakes. I just want to lip sync. And then you play the track over it and we'll show them that. I don't want to show them all the times that I screwed it up and I didn't get it right. Yeah, well, I do.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I want to do. So, hey, that's the show. Let's talk bridge. I wrote out something really quick. First, here's what it sounds like. It's going to come after a guitar solo. We'll leave those doo-doos for me. So the stack is pretty much like a 2-part doubled. And we'll double that. and then we'll get a. So whichever one you want to start with, but pretty much the line I came up with is this. Actually, I only have the second half of it. I was still working on the first part. Something down and down with you walking away. But in the end, we'll pretend you won't do it again. Again and again and again.
Yep. Okay.
I just liked ending it with again. So in the end, we'll pretend that you won't do it again. It all has that N.
But in the end, we'll pretend you won't do it again.
Yeah, and it's yeah, you're an addict. Fuck you. It works. It works. Like, it's on theme. So the first part, I'm not sure about, but. While you're walking away. We'll pretend you won't do it again and again and again. Okay, so the way I sang it was a little more on the offbeat, but we can play with it however we want. So I'm gonna mute these and let's start kind of taking swings at it, I guess. Oh shit, that's not what I wanted to do. I just hit the wrong button. Did not want to melodyne those. Wanted to mute them. There we go. My bad. Something right here got to bow down, walking away.
I do a Queen thing of you wanna think that your love's still walking away.
Okay.
I do something like kind of just if we're gonna do harmonies, I'd create that.
Sure.
And then
I really like the. I mean, as long as it works over the doot doot doots, because we go to doom ga ga. It's just like so Beatles at that moment.
Yeah, I'm thinking it adds on top of it.
Yeah,
it's just a layer, like if you were doing a horn section. Or
totally.
Whatever. Okay, so. Just 1 second.
It doesn't have to end with walking away, but like that's the flow, the rhythm.
Hold on a second now.
Take your time.
Oh yeah. Wish I could say that our love was slipping away, but in the end, we'll just pretend. So, wish I could say. I wish I could say that our love was slipping away, or I wish I could see. Wish I could say that our love was slipping away. But in the end, what's your line?
In the end, we'll pretend you won't do it again. Well, I'm harmonizing with you, but you would say basically the same thing. Try singing your line.
Wish I could say that your love was slipping away, but in the end we'll pretend you won't do it again and again and again. Oh, but in the end we'll pretend and you'll do it again. Wish I could say that. Wish I could say that our love was slipping away, but in the end we'll pretend and we'll do it again.
Yeah.
We'll pretend just to do it again, but in the end we'll pretend just to do it again. Wish I could say that our love was slipping away, but in the end we'll pretend just to do it again. Yeah, that's probably good.
Yeah. And when you get to the again, that's the part where I'm like, okay, so now we're gonna get to the chorus again. And in the end, we'll pretend and we'll do it again and again and again.
Yeah.
Like that's where the girth will come. So this part we'll need to do a double for 2 parts. We'll start with this one. So let's go ahead and sing this one down.
Cool.
Wish I could say that our love was slipping away. Away. Wish I could say that our love was slipping away.
I'm going to pull the gain down a little bit. Go ahead and do that again for me.
Wish I could say that our love was slipping away.
Actually, we're still good.
Punch it in again.
Yeah.
Wish I could say that our love was. Wish I could say that our love was.
How about? Wish I could say that our love was.
Wish I could say that our love was slipping away, slipping away.
So it's Queen at the end
Yeah.
and Beatles at the beginning.
Wish I could say that our love was slipping away. Cool. Wish I could say that our love was slipping away.
I'm going to pull it back just a little, and then we're good. Promise. Okay, try it.
Wish I could, wish I could. One more time.
Yep, that's it.
Wish I could say. Wish I could say that our love was slipping away. But in the end, we'll pretend and. One more time.
Do you want to do both of them or just the first one?
Let's try to get both of them. But in the end, we'll pretend just to do it again and again and again. I don't know the rise up there. What is it?
Can you do a... What? But in the end, we'll pretend and we'll do it again and again and again.
Okay, so we want to scream at that point.
Yeah.
Okay, then let's get the doubles of everything at the front, and then we'll...
Can I hear what it sounds like a tiny bit airier? Not
sure.
quite full voice?
Sure. Wish I could say that our love was slipping away.
Yeah, the second end. Because it's going to be stacked. There's going to be 4 of these vocals, so I think we can go airier.
Cool.
I think it'll stack better.
Wish I could say that our love was slipping away. But in the end, we'll pretend just to do it again and again and again and again.
I actually think again and again and yeah, fucking do it again.
Okay.
I think I'm going to come in on that last one.
Okay, cool. So it's, but in the end, we'll pretend just to do it again and again and again. Okay, cool.
Yeah. I like the first half. Can we just do the second?
Yeah. But in the end, we'll pretend just to do it again and again and again.
All right. Good enough for that. Let's go ahead and double it.
Let's just get the first half, and then we'll do the second half proper.
All right, so.
Wish I could say that our love
right there.
was. Wish I could say that our love was slipping away.
Let's hear that split.
Wish I could say that our love was slipping away.
Let me just hear them together.
Wish I could say that our love was slipping away. We could do it better.
Yeah? Both of them or just one?
Just one. Just the second one.
Okay.
Wish I could say that our love was slipping away. What was that?
Do you want me to pull that other one up?
No.
Okay.
Wish I could say that our love was slipping away. Cool.
Yeah. Okay, so now we got to get...
Wish I could say that our love was slipping
and
away.
Same thing in that airier voice. Let me just make sure. Yeah.
Wish I could say that our love was slipping away. You want it falsetto breathy?
Yeah.
Wish I could say that our love was slipping away.
Yeah.
Try that. Wish I could say
slipping away.
Do you want to redo it, or do you want? I'm just setting up the panning.
Redo that.
Okay.
Wish I could say that our love was slipping away.
I'm gonna gain you back up just a little bit.
Wish I could say that our love was slipping away.
I think you're going, wish I could say. Did you do that on the other ones? Or wish I could say. Da, da, da.
Oh, wish I could say.
Yeah, let me listen to your phrasing on this one.
Wish I could say that our love was.
Okay, no, you are doing it, so you're good. Yeah.
Cool.
Let's double it.
Wish I could say.
One more time.
Wish. Wish I could say that our love was slipping away. Wish I could say that our love was slipping away.
It's cool. Let's listen and see if they're together.
Wish I could say that our love was slipping away.
There's a couple of flat notes.
Yeah, I can tune those, or do you want to get them?
Let me hear it real quick. Just what you said. Just again, this is the way you had it.
Wish I could say that our love was slipping away.
They're both flat in the same spots, so let me get
the
them
harmony?
again. Yeah.
Okay, so that is where?
Wish I could say that our love was just from there. The say that our love was.
Okay, the beginning one.
Wish I could say that our love was slipping away.
Nah, one more time.
Do you want me to get the whole thing or just the beginning?
Just get the beginning.
Wish I could say that our love was slipping away.
Okay, on the dubs.
Wish I could say
One more time.
wish I could. Wish I could say that our love was slipping away. Wish I could say that our love was slipping away.
Okay, and then what were we gonna say on this one?
But in the end, we'll pretend and we'll do.
Yeah. But in the end, we'll pretend just to do it again and
Yep.
again and again.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to the top one. And I think we could, I don't know, let's see if we need to go full voice from the beginning or if we need to get there.
Okay.
Wish I could say that our love was slipping away. And we'll pretend and we'll do it again and again and again.
Okay.
So I say
But
start.
in the end,
Yeah.
But in the end, so what's the first note?
But in the end, we'll pretend.
but in the end, we'll pretend just to do it.
Yeah, we'll blend into it. Okay.
But in the end, we'll pretend just to do it again and again and again.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Again and again
And then we'll growl on the last
Yeah,
one.
and there'll be, that's one of the lines. So this one has what you just sang. But in the end, we'll pretend just to do it again and again and again. So we'll get all the parts in there. This one's going to be an actual 3-part harmony.
But that one that I just sang is correct for that line?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we can do that.
So now we'll sing it proper.
All right, let's do it.
So we're gonna go.
But in the end, we'll pretend just to do it again and again and again.
All right. Do we want to growl on that one, or do we want to growl on the higher harmonies?
Again! That's the one that's
Again! Okay, so we're going to growl.
again and again and again. Like I think that's the one that's got to be.
Yeah, yeah. So wait, are you saying we do it on this one?
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
We'll pretend just to do it again and again and again. So you can do, but in the end, we'll pretend just to do it again and again and again.
No, I'm just wondering on that note that I just sang, do you
Right.
want that growled or do you want that straight? You want
Yeah,
the gravel in it?
That one I don't know, but I know for sure the one I'm singing, that's one. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the one that'll probably be the lead vocal.
Right. Oh, okay.
At
well,
that
then
moment?
let's double the one that I just did then.
Okay.
And then we'll growl up the next ones up.
All right.
But in the end, we'll pretend just to do it again and again and again.
Let's listen.
But in the end, we'll pretend just to do it again and again and again.
Yeah.
Okay. Then what's the second one?
But in the end,
Yeah.
but in the end, we'll pretend just to do it again and again and again.
All right. Let's get that.
But in the end, we'll pretend just to do it again and again and again.
I got to warm into that one.
It's all right. You got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Dave Grohl.
But in the end, we'll pretend just to do it again and again and again.
All right. If you give me a few takes of this, I'll be able to do the whole bridge in the screamy vocal.
You got
Then
it.
we'll go back to the choruses and we'll be warmed up for
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Hold on a second.
Take your time. You're doing it all right.
Oh, thanks, Jayme.
You're doing good, son. I think you got what it takes to make it in this industry, mister.
I mean, in this business. Yeah.
That's
Let's go again.
Marge's friend. I don't know her name.
But in the end, we'll pretend just to do it again and again and again.
The notes were wrong at the end, but the scream was great.
What's the notes at the end?
Again and again and again.
All right, let's punch it in.
But just the ending?
No, you can do the whole thing.
Okay.
But in the end, we'll pretend.
Oh wait, it's higher. That's that's
you're-
the lead.
But
I just sang the
Oh, yeah,
lead
yeah.
correctly. So then that can be a lead take if you want. We can
You're
sing the lead
right.
that way.
You're right. Okay. So let me
Let's hear
do
those
this.
together for a second. That might have been a
Yeah.
happy accident.
Mm-hmm. You are correct.
But in the end, we'll pretend just to do it again and again and again.
Yeah, let's double that. Let's double that.
But in the end, we'll pretend just to do it again.
I don't know if that one needs a double because there's still going to be a doubled harmony on top of it.
let's
So
do
we got
harmony.
2 melody soft, 1 screamy, and then the
Okay.
we're gonna get these
But
ones.
in the end, we'll pretend.
Yeah.
But in the end, we'll pretend just to do it again and again and again.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, yeah,
That's it, baby.
Hold on one
Give it to
second.
me.
yeah, yeah.
All right, I gotta be careful not to blow it out at the beginning.
Yep, be careful.
Yeah, low, low.
You can go up there too if you want.
Let's see what happens.
But in the end, we'll pretend just to do it again and again and again.
I don't know if that's gonna work.
Let's listen.
But in the end, we'll pretend just to do it again and again and again.
It's not the note that we want.
I mean, it's good though.
Again and again and again. We'll get the right note.
Do it again.
Well, we can keep that if you want, but let's just get the
Just
right
get
note.
the last note.
Yeah.
Just to do it again and again and again.
That's it.
Just to do it again and again and again.
One more time. One more time.
Just to do it again and again and again.
God damn you.
Okay. I'm gonna double that.
I hate how good you are. I mean, I don't. I love it because I benefit greatly from it, but just want you to know. You ready for another?
Yeah.
But in the end, we'll pretend just to do do it again and again and again.
Gosh.
Cool.
Let's hear those.
But in the end, we'll pretend just to do it again and again and again.
Yeah, that sings.
Okay, now, I think I'm going to do this next part. There is a third harmony in there, but I think I'm going to do it in the voice of the Doots. But in the end, we'll pretend this- just so it's, there's a bit of like mixing of the voices. So let me see if that works. It's up there.
But in the end, we'll pretend just to do it again and again and again.
Okay. Yeah,
But in the end, we'll pretend just to do it again.
let's get you on it.
Let's get the
Again, again,
let's get the
again.
notes right and then see if we can scream
But
it.
in the end, we'll pretend to do it again and again and again.
All right, let's try that.
But in the end, we'll pretend just to do it again and again and again.
All right, so those are the notes, right?
Yep.
Okay, so let's try it proper.
But in the end, we'll pretend just to do it again and again and again. But in the end,
Wow, one more time.
pretend. But in the end, we'll pretend just to do it again and again and again.
Almost.
That's so close, yeah. Step a little closer to the mic, too, just barely.
But in the end, we'll
One more time.
pretend just to.
I know, it's right there.
Here we go.
But in the end, we'll pretend just to.
It's the air.
But in the end. But in the end. But in the end.
Fuck. One more time.
Or you could just, but in the, and you can just scream that word.
Oh, we can try that.
But in the end, we'll be done.
But in the end, we'll pretend and we'll do it again and
Ah,
again and again.
All right, we'll get it. We'll get it. Hold on.
But in the end, we'll pretend and we'll do it again and again and again.
We could probably punch in one of those bits. Let me hear what I did.
But in the end, we'll pretend.
Sorry.
It's okay.
But in the end, we'll pretend and we'll do it again and again and again.
Nah, we can do better.
Then let's do it.
One sec. Huh.
But in the end, we'll pretend and we'll do it again and again and again.
Nah, hold on.
But in the
I have to clear my throat just hearing it.
Hold on a second. We might be better off going to the chorus and coming back to this.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that.
So we can always punch this in later. Let's have a listen to the chorus.
Chorus. Scratch track chorus.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yep.
No, you've been living like a stowaway, scared to run, so instead you hide.
Okay. So you've been living like a stowaway, scared to run, so instead you hide.
Yep.
Okay.
Hit that line.
Yep. It's a
No.
2, 3. You've been living as a stowaway.
living as a stowaway. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. I've already got a chorus. So let me delete that. And let's do this. Okay.
Oh, little more time in.
Oh, wait, hold on. That wasn't correct.
No.
Okay, yeah, so we got to get your nose also. All right.
Sorry, got burps coming up.
No, I'm just.
Got burps coming up.
It's all good.
No. All right, let's try it.
I'm gonna center this again.
Love that we make just as good as the love that you fake. No, 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 no! You've been living as a stowaway. Scared to run, so instead you hide.
All right, one time. I think I need to eat before I sing this. I haven't eaten breakfast yet.
Okay, let's do that.
No,
Then.
no, no. Let's try it a couple of times, and then we might need to break and come back. Let's try
Okay.
it.
Love that we make just as good as the love that you fake. No, 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 no! You've been living as a stowaway. Scared to run, so instead you hide.
No, we gotta eat. Yeah,
let's go do that.
I gotta get some carbs.
Let's do it.
All right.
Yeah, that's the sound I want. Okay, let's just try it. Yeah.
You've been living like a stowaway.
Okay, now this is one. Okay, so let me ask you this: you're singing "living like." I said you've been living as a stowaway. Does it make a difference?
The only thing is
One means you're actually stowing away, like you're living as a stowaway. Another one's like you're kind of. It's like you're hiding.
like sings better. It doesn't really matter. Like
Yeah.
like has better alliteration, and the l it can
Living
bounce off
like
it
a
better.
stowaway.
Living as
It's got dip.
la has more jump
Okay.
off than n. You've
Then let's
been
do that.
Living as a stowaway, living like a stowaway. It's gonna
Like
sound
is better. All right, let's do that one then.
I trust ya. No, 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 no! You've been living like a stowaway. Scared to run, so instead you hide.
That is something else.
I like it.
Let's get that line correct.
No, 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 no! You've been living like a stowaway.
I like it. Let me just check the gain to make sure we're good.
No, 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 no! You've been living like a stowaway.
Yeah, that's gonna double really nice.
Yeah.
Um.
Let's get the next line.
Okay.
I don't know what the third line is. Let's just get the second.
Scared to run, so instead you hide.
Yep.
You've been living like a stowaway. Scared to run, so instead you hide.
Hold on a second. Can we just go scared to run, so instead you hide?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that one.
You've been
Sing it however like it feels natural and
Okay, cool.
works for you.
You've been living like a stowaway. Scared to run, so instead you hide.
Hold on.
Want to hear it down?
No. I've got to punch that last line again.
You've been living like a stowaway.
It's funny when you can't see me because you never would have done that if you'd seen me chugging on water.
Yeah. You're on the other side. Glug 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 glug.
All right.
I don't know. Maybe an underwater.
All right, let's do
Maybe that's the sound we needed.
You've been living like a stowaway. Scared to run, so instead you hide.
I like it.
Okay, what's the next line?
So the next one sings kind of syncopated.
Scared to run, so instead you hide.
1, 2. Let them in. It's not a sin if you say.
Let them in, it's not a sin if
Yeah,
you say.
I like it though if it's all straight. No. Let them in. It's not a sin if you say. I just like the way the offbeat play. It's really playful sounding.
Let them in, it's not a sin if you say.
Let them in, it's not a sin if you say.
I mean, this part, like the melody can be whatever you want as long as it starts with "Let them in." It's not a.
Okay.
If you want to go up or
Let's try going up.
whatever you want to do
Let
there.
them in, it's not a sin if you say.
Yeah.
Scared to run, so instead you hide. Let them in, it's not a sin if you say.
One more time.
Scared to run, so instead you hide. Let them in, it's
One more time.
let them in. Scared to run, so instead you hide. Let them in, it's not a sin if you say.
Yeah.
All right, give me both of those lines again because now we can do them better.
Okay.
Oh, you've been living like a stowaway. Scared to run, so instead you hide.
more time. Give me the last line.
Instead you hide.
One more time.
Instead you hide. Let the minutes not a sound if you say.
That's what we need. We need
Yes,
the
that
actual
was
words.
it. Double?
Yep. Hold on.
Take it. Should make sure my phone's on silent.
All right.
Okay.
One more time.
No! No! No, 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 no! You've been living like a stowaway. Scared to run, so instead you hide. Let the minutes not a sound if you say.
Give me the last line.
Scared to run, so instead you hide. Let the minutes not a sound if you say.
All right, now give me playlist the top line, and now give me that whole line again. So like the top one, which was the first take.
Yep.
Playlist that, and then we're gonna do all of it again.
Like this. No, not like that. Like this.
No, 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 no! You've been living like a stowaway. Scared to run, so instead you hide. Let the minutes not a sound if you say.
All right, let me hear that.
I really like it. Let me solo him really quick.
No, 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 no! You've been living like a stowaway. Scared to run, so instead you hide. Let the minutes not a sound if you say.
That's got a little more Dave Grohl.
Yeah.
It falls off the notes
Yeah,
each time.
and it's not perfectly tight, so like it's right on point.
Yeah.
I like it. Let me hear it in the mix.
No, 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 no! You've been living like a stowaway. Scared to run, so instead you hide. Let the minutes not a sound if you say.
So give me the middle line. I can do the middle line better.
On both of them? Wait, line 2 or 3?
2.
So.
No!
Oh, sorry.
You've been living like a stowaway.
So this one here.
All right.
Okay.
Here we go.
Like a stowaway. Scared to run, so instead you hide.
One more time.
Like a stowaway. Scared to run, so instead you hide.
Sick.
Double that.
Like a stowaway. Scared to run, so instead you hide.
Nah, that's not better.
Like a stowaway. Scared to run, so instead you hide.
Right on point.
Yeah.
Like a stowaway. Scared to run, so instead you hide.
Yeah.
Let the minutes not a sound if you say.
Yeah, that's got the Dave Grohl vibe.
Yes, it does. Okay, so now we just got to get this harmony part underneath it.